TPG150 students. I'm Dr. Maloka, your primary lecturer for TPG1501 for 2024 academic year. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you to this important session, as I will be taking you through the most important aspects relating to your assessment 1. As I've already mentioned, please find my contact details as follows. As you see projected in there, my email address is malok@unisa.ac.za, and my contact number is 012-429-6677. You can reach me out at especially with the contact number from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. In case you dropped me an email, I will respond at the earliest time of my convenience, since I might be still held up when you will be sending me an email or calling me. As you see, you must be considerate of this important information relating to your assessment 1. Ensure that you register on my UNISA. You also activate your My Life email account, since no private emails are allowed. We are very strict. UNISA is very strict with this. Only your My Life email account will be the one that will be considered when we will be sending you any information regarding your UNISA work. I have also uploaded the tutorial letter 102 for TPG1501, which incorporates crucial information about your assessment 1. That is basically regarding your school information, and as well as the proof of placement. Your tutorial letter 101 has been added to your study material on the model site. So when I was supposed to upload tutorial letter 102, I encountered some glitches. Hence, I have uploaded it or posted it as an attachment under the announcement platform. So please find it there. I've been receiving some number of emails where students have been requesting that, regardless of having posted it under the announcement platform. So the content of your assessment 1 will contain the following. That is the introduction, the compulsory requirements for teaching practice, the school-based placement requirements, registered for more than one teaching practice module. There is an information regarding that, which will contain monitoring of placement, abiding by the school. Then assessment 1, the school information, proof of placement. Assessment 1, which will contain the school information form and proof of placement. The proof of placement received on your live email must be provided. That is the crucial information that will be found under the content. As you are registered for Bachelor of Education in the Foundation phase, please take note that in case you registered for more than 2 practice modules at the same time, you will not be able to conduct teaching practice at the same time, meaning that you will have to do that in different days, and make sure that all those teaching practicals takes times before or end before September, because any teaching practical scheduled for beyond September will not be considered. So for our module TPG 1501, you are expected to have a duration of 5 weeks, which must be stated in this way. That is for grade R, you are expected to spend 2 weeks, which means that you will have 10 consecutive days at a particular school in a particular grade. When we say that 10 consecutive days, it means that there must be no break, the breakups of those days. They must be continuous. And then 3 weeks again in grade R or any of the foundation phase classes. I will elaborate this further when I will be coming to the slide that is speaking to the foundation phase grades. So if you are to conduct your teaching practicals in grade R, you can break them up in 2 weeks. That is 10 consecutive days, and then 3 weeks, which will be 15 consecutive days. Alternatively, 5 weeks if you will be conducting your teaching practicals without breaking up in between. I hope that this is clear. You can always reach out to me in case you need some clarification regarding what I have explaining now. Since I've also been receiving a lot of emails where most of the students do not understand how this teaching practical situation is supposed to take place. So assessment 1 requires your school information form and proof of placement. In case you are still struggling on obtaining the placement form, please reach out to your nearest teaching practice office in your region or province. Contact details of the coordinators are provided in tutorial letter 102, and I have also sent an attachment containing that information under the announcement platform. Very important. If you fail to submit the 2 documents, that is the proof of placement and school information form, before the closing date, I'm definitely sure that you are aware of the closing date of this assessment. They are already open. I believe that you have already started working on them. So if you fail to meet the due date for this assessment 1, you are going to be blocked from any further submission of portfolios. Remember that portfolios are treated as a part of your examination. I have already your 2 portfolios, that is assessment 50 and assessment 51. All those are serving as your examination. So, but for you to be granted these portfolios, for you to be granted the writing of this portfolio, which we regard it as an examination, you must first start by submitting assessment 1, and as well as assessment 2, which in the next presentation I will be talking about. So all those assessments will be a key to your portfolios or your examination. Also take note that those portfolios are serving as your examination. I'm also reiterating that please read your study material, which is uploaded in your model site, so that you don't miss any important information regarding the teaching practice. I have already mentioned that this assessment must be submitted before the closing date and also before you commence on your teaching practice. So meaning that before you embark on your teaching practicals, the school assessment form and as well as the proof of placement must be submitted. Failure to adhere to all those that I have mentioned will deter or fail you to be granted the examination admission. This is very, very important. That is why I have taken my time to come and emphasize this to you. Again, you will be denied permission to continue with your teaching practical. And like I said, all your submission will be rejected. If you fail with your assessment 1, by failing, I'm referring to the fact that you failed to submit your school information form, your proof of placement, then there's no way in which you can continue with your teaching practicals. Prior conducting your teaching practicals, the 2 forms needs to be completed and they must be sent at the school where you will be conducting your teaching practicals. So regarding the school information, please refer to your tutorial letter 102. That is the one that is having more information. So with that, you are going to get more clarification on your teaching practical school that you have applied to. And this should be through the teaching practical online booking or the link that you will find in the tutorial letter 102. So tutorial letter 102 is very, very important as it incorporates most of the information that will be guiding you as you will be working on your assessment 1 and as well as assessment 2. In case you will be going to 2 different schools, please make sure that you have 2 school information forms. You cannot say that since you have a placement form for school A, then you can also make use of that particular form in a different school. It must be 2 different information from 2 different schools. So meaning that we don't restrict you to be on one school. You may go to school B, but when you will be at school B, make sure that we must also have the information regarding those schools. In most cases, we find discrepancies on dates on the school form. Please make sure that the information correlates with the proof of placement that you have from the placement office. That is very important, and I'm going to be strict when comparing the entire information that you have provided. Previously, we had cases where some of the students will be claiming that I did my teaching practicals at this particular school. On the school information form, we will be having all the details of particular A schools. But coming to the placement form, the information will be totally different from what we are having from the school information form. So that in a way will be starting to give us some suspicions, starting to doubt as to whether indeed you went physically to conduct your teaching practical. So please, we don't want those kinds of discrepancies. Please ensure that the placement form, which has been sent out to your My Life email address by the placement office, must be signed and stamped by the principal. Let me emphasize this once more, the importance of using the My Life email account. I have spoken about this previously, that you need to activate your email account, your My Life email account. The placement office does not communicate any UNISA related information to private emails. It might be your Gmail, it might be your Yahoo, your Voda mail. It does not communicate any information to those private emails. Hence, I'm humbly requesting you that please avoid using your private emails as you communicate to any of the UNISA staff members, because you are going to lose most of the information. I've already started to receive private emails where students are telling me that to this I did not receive the placement form, and what must I do? You know, by merely looking at the email address that those particular students have used, I strongly told them that you have been directed, you have been advised to make use of the My Life email address, since UNISA does not entertain the private emails. Please make sure that you, even when you communicate to me. I've also responded to some, telling them that in future, I'm not even going to bother myself on opening up any private emails. So please, everyone, as long as you are a registered student at UNISA, you should be having the My Life email account. Please make use of that. In order for you to obtain your proof of placement, please consult your TUT, your tutorial letter 102 again for the entire placement process. There is a process for you to obtain that placement form. You also have the student view function, which you are encouraged to use on the My UNISA student portal. Please make use of that view function, as it will also be guiding you on how to go about following the entire placement process. For the teaching practical students conducting their teaching practicals within the borders of South Africa, please make use of the link as highlighted in yellow there to capture the school placement details. I'm repeating this. This is only applicable to all the students who are in South Africa, that is within the borders of South Africa. You make use of the link that is highlighted in yellow. So since we also have the teaching practical students who are outside the borders of South Africa, it might be in any of the SADC regions or in the international countries, please make use of the link highlighted in green to capture the school placement details. For all those who are not in South Africa, the link that you are supposed to make use of is highlighted in green. Ensure that all your submissions are in the PDF format, and that only one placement form and school information form is submitted in case you will be conducting your entire teaching practicals at a particular school, meaning that in one school. But if you will be going to school B, or like I said previously, that you will have another placement form, and as well as the school information form. Though we don't encourage that students be moving from one school to another. If you have started at school A, ensure that you complete the entire teaching practical at that particular school. So I'm having an example of your assessment 1 in here. It comprises of the school information form, and as well as the proof of placement. Please make sure that you complete the entire fields in there. For instance, that is very practical. As we have a look at that form, you are going to fill in your module code. That will be TPG1501. You fill in your details in there, the student name, the surname, the postal address, your My Life email address. I'm still emphasizing this, that we don't want to see any Gmail, we don't want to see any Yahoo email or any other private email. Your contact details will be in them. And then if you are you permanently employed at the school? If you are permanently employed at the school or not, you will indicate to us in them. Are you an intern or assistant teacher at the particular school? Please make sure that you inform us. If you are employed outside the education sector, also provide us with such information. Also indicate the province where you are and also provide us with your student number. Okay, fine. And then coming to the information in here, we also need the principal name and surname, the contact details. Remember that once you will be at school, there will be a mentor teacher that will be assigned to you. That will be the one who will be guiding you, since you will be observing during your first year of your teaching practical. She or he will be the one who will be guiding you, directing you on what to do. So also the contact details of the mentor must be provided. That is the continuation of the forms in them. Please ensure that you attach, still on this, that is the continuation of the placement form. Since you are in the foundation phase, you are advised to have contact with all the foundation phase grades. That is from grade R, which will take 5 days, and then from grade 1 to 3, that will take 20 days, meaning that you will just see how you split your weeks. So grade R, which is the one that is regarded as an informal part of it, you may have 5 days, and then a grade 1 to 3, that is going to be 20 days. Okay, I think this is clear. And then also very important, the principal's names needs to be there, the signature, name of the mentor, the signature. Mentor is also required in this form, and as well as the authentic school stamp. Please ensure that you attach an authentic school stamp that does not raise any suspicion of foul play. We had some cases previously where we could tell that this is the cut and paste kind of a stamp, and we don't want that. So with that said, okay, this is also the same information as I have been reiterating regarding the authenticity of the school stamp, and as well as the principal signature, which we advise you not to forge anything. So with all that I have been emphasizing, that is bringing me to the end of my presentation on your assessment 1. And I'm not leaving you alone. I'm leaving you with the interesting code from my ComX, open code. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it. Close quote. Furthermore, I'm having another interesting quote which will keep you going. Open quote. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. That is by Jim Rohn. And I say to you, do not procrastinate. All your assessments, starting with assessment 1 to the very last assessment, which will be assessment 4, that incorporates your portfolios or your examination. They are already opened. So start now to run your marathon until you reach the finish end before September 2024. Please do not wait up until the last minute. And again, also what I want to emphasize, I am not going to entertain the stories after the submission due dates that you say that I couldn't upload due to load shedding. I did not manage to submit due to any other thing that is not related to what I have given you. I am operating on an open door principle that should you have any query, I am available. I have given you my contact details. Drop me an email, phone me on the contact number that I have provided you with. And if I'm not available during the time that you will be sending an email or making the phone call, I will obviously, and I have been doing like that, even in the previous years, I will always revert back to you. So with all that said, I'm wishing you all the best in all your academic life for this 2024. I thank you and wishing you all the best once more. Bye.